What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Pat Bernard, aka the Gobbler, and I am with you guys for the next half hour or so. So let's dive right into it. The Phillies have won 6-5. No more Braves to deal with. No more. Finally, we go the rest of the year without the Braves causing us mayhem. The Phillies win the series. And let's dive right into it as I look here in my paper notes. The Phillies, you had, um, first of all, Bryce Hedner, he gets the first two batters a walk, and then Bryce Harper hits into a double play. And then my man Kyle Schwarber hits his first single. He actually swings at the first ball that he sees, swings at the first pitch, drives in a run, first RBI. There you have it. Second inning comes around. Nick Castellanos with a launch down center. Sends that ball deep to center. Nick Castellanos with a two-run shot. And then not one, but two home runs from Nick Castellanos. And then the offense would take their foot off the gas pedal. Things would get sloppy for the Phillies bullpen. But however, I got to give credit today. Let's give credit because I know, like, not just me, but the rest and the entire Philadelphians out there probably thought at some point that Aaron Nola was going to fall, was going to crumble, was going to fall apart. Right? We were all thinking it at some point. We all probably thought Nick Castellanos. I mean, not Nick Castellanos. We all probably thought Aaron Nola was going to pack it in. Right? We all probably thought that he was going to have that one collision course, especially the fourth inning, right? We all know that fourth inning comes around and he falls apart. That's not the case at all. Aaron Nola looked good on the hill today. 8 Ks, gave up some hits. That's okay. Only 3 runs. So I was really, really excited from what I saw from Aaron Nola today. Again, if we can have this kind of starting pitching when we're not in the hole, we'll be okay. But let's roll fast. Let's get to some of the comments here coming in fast. My man Joe Sullivan checking in. Huge W. Castellanos. Yes, Castellanos with not one, but 2 home runs today, guys. And listen, since that Cardinals series, he's been on point. This is what he needed. He needed to find his groove. He needed to find his momentum, his swing. He's been aggressive. He's been watching his pitches, right? And if you saw it, he's been, again, just watching everything he does. Very, very disciplined at the plate. Pitches outside, he's not swinging at. He's getting back to the old Nick Castellanos first half of the season. Castellanos looked really, really sharp. Joe Sullivan checks in again. Props to Nola too. Yeah, like I said, I'm that kind of guy. Everyone knows. If you play well, I'm going to call you. You play well, I'll say that you played well. You played horrible, I'm going to call you out on it. Doesn't mean I'm a flip flopper. I just call how I see it. So anyway, Joe Howell chimes in and goes, "Good series win. It was a good series win." Again, I'm not going to lie to you though, Joe. Once the bullpen start getting sloppy, and Jeff Hoffman, who we don't rarely ever see get sloppy, got sloppy. Greg Soto comes into the game and gives up that first shot to Acuna, uh, Ozuna, rather. I'm sorry. Yeah, when Ozuna hit that double play, I thought, first of all, I thought it was going to be a home run, and it wasn't. It was just a double. It was off the wall. So luckily, the Phillies got away with one right there. But again, this Phillies lineup. Bryson Stott, who was having a horrible day, all the way up till the 10th, and he comes up huge with that knock, puts up the Phillies 6-4, and then Matt Strom just doing Matt Strom things, letting a run going by, and that was horrible. My man Nick, the fireman's here. Freddie Burns, what's up, Freddie? Nick 6 MVP today. Yeah, he was an MVP, Freddie Burns. He was. And check you. Matter of fact, speaking of Freddie Burns, you could check him out. Come up a little later on the Party on Broad. You could check him out on the EOP flagship show. Check him out about 8:30 as well with those guys, with him, Big Al, and Joe Sheeran. But yeah, and right here he gets right to it. Yo, this bullpen is an issue. Joe, Fred, I'm going to address this. I'm going to address this right here now about the bullpen. The bullpen is an issue. What scares me is, like, it was a it's weird. Alvarado looked good today. Alvarado had 2 Ks with his sinker is nasty, and he was cutting through this Braves offense with it. But however, Jeff Hoffman takes over on the hill. We're thinking, okay, well, now we go in cruise control. Not the case at all. Not the case. Jeff Hoffman causing us gray hairs. Dave checking in. What's up, Dave? And even through, he should have had let it drop. Either through, he should have let it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dave, you're talking about that one play from. You're talking about that one play from Nick Castellanos. Nick Castellanos went running over, and I agreed with John Kruk on the play-by-play. He should have let it drop, because if he would have let it drop and then possibly go for a strikeout, then again, you don't know if it was going to be a strikeout or not. So it's really a 50-50. So listen, the play was he makes the play over, catches the foul ball, guns to Stubbs. Stubbs winds up catching it. And look, that's your play of the game right there, because if he would never have made that play right there, this game would have been a Braves win. Braves series win. So the Phillies, again, bring it down to number 7. So 7 more dub, and we are in there. Guys, it is getting down to the nitty gritty. I love postseason baseball. It's my favorite. Checking in, my man Freddie goes, how about when you have a shit day at work and 2 people calling you out? Yeah, listen. He had to. Listen, he did have a poop day, but you have to get called out about it. You have to get called out about it. You know what I mean? We don't sit there and toot horns here. You play well, you play well. If you have a bad day, we just call you out and say you have a bad day. My man Joe House says, I love the double steal that set up the run for the Phillies. Yeah. Listen, a lot of good things happened. Like I said, the beginning of the game was really, really exciting. Nola was really, really on just dominating on the hill. Looked really, really good on the hill. And then you had Castellanos, who had just not one, but 2 home runs today. Monsters home runs. One was deep to center, the other one was deep to right. It really coming up huge for the Phils. And not just him, Alec Boehm had that first, like I said, he was aggressive. First pitch, he swings, it was inside. He drives in a run. So again, nice work by Castellanos, and Boehm was just working Elder today. Elder really was not sharp on the hill. And again, the only part this Phillies team could have had a lot more runs today. The only thing that sucks about the Phillies offense is when they got guys in scoring position, that's when they usually don't make anything happen. Dave checking in and goes, I'm sad about no more Kruk this season. He makes games fun. Yeah, Dave, he does. He makes a lot of games fun. He's hilarious. But again, Thursday and Friday will be national television games, so you won't be catching Tom McCarthy either for the next 48 hours. But nonetheless, man, I'm excited. We'll see, man. I can't wait for postseason baseball. Like I said, now that you got the Braves out your hair, you should, on paper, take care of what's in front of you. 2 series with the Mets and 1 with the Braves. Pirates, I'm sorry. You should be able to handle that. So here goes, my man Dave Yarnell check into the program. What's up, Dave? Dave says, for Cassie to make that throw to Stubbs, it had to be perfect strike. It was and it was. Wow, Phil Steele in one in Atlanta. Yeah, they had Steele one in Atlanta, Dave. Again, uh, just when I thought this game was slipping away, the Phils found a way to come up big. Like I said, if the Phillies make a deep postseason run, it is going to be because of this offense. This offense from 1 through 9 battles through 1 through 9. You know what I'm saying? This Phillies offense will battle you 1 through 9, and if it goes into extra innings, it's more of a favor towards the Phillies. However, the major concern is the arms. Today we had a great day from Nola. I don't know about next week. I don't. It's day by day with this Phillies offense. Again, um, you seen Wheeler the other day get rocked, right? So roll fast, guys. I'm going to come right back to you. I do want to get some of these great ads because sometimes I may forget, but I'm not going to forget today as we talk about some of these great ads narrated by my man Dives.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard-to-come-by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank us later. Sherry'sTickets.com.
Thank you, Dives. So anyway, again, let's go back and talk about some Phillies baseball. Again, the Phillies looked really, really good early on. Again, only giving up 2 runs, one to Nicky Lopez and Matt Olson. The only guys had RBIs. And luckily for the Phillies today, there was no home runs from that Braves offense today. Ronald Acuna Jr. had a silent day, 0 for 4. 0 for 4 from one Ronald Acuna Jr., who's been a candidate for MVP. Silent. And that was the one Aaron Nola silent on the hill. So again, and then, again, what got scary is after that 4th inning, after the Nicky Castellanos second home run, things got a little hairy. Phillies only had 1 hit after that. But, again, the Braves offense just waited it out. With the Phillies not putting any runs on the board. The Phillies, the Braves offense waited out till Aaron Nola got tired and took care of the bullpen. And when you got the bullpen after Alvarado left, in comes Jeff Hoffman, who gives up a hit, an RBI to Austin Riley. Okay, well, we're going to throw Greg Soto. Right once I see Greg Soto, my red flags go up in the air. But Greg Soto hops on the hill, and he gets rocked by Marcelo Onunez. So, Onunez. Marcelo Ozuna. Where did I get Onunez from? I don't know. But Marcelo Ozuna, right? He gets rocked there. And then what? But again, Bryson Stott comes up heavy. This game goes in extra innings. Again, the play of the game was Kimbrel. Hits, gives up that foul ball. Nick Castellanos, player of the game, and like Freddie Burns said, MVP. He goes, catches that foul ball, and guns it to Garrett Stubbs, and that's what saved this game today. Should he have let it drop? You can make the case. He should have let it drop, but no, he didn't. So with that, for him not dropping that, Again, he guns at the stubs, and you wind up getting a double play at the deal. So risky, but it paid off. So um, again, I liked what I saw from the Phillies today. Just and I gotta agree with my man Freddie Burns. The offense, the arms are scary, but again, we're not going to get this kind of Braves team. We're going to get a much hungrier Braves team. And I don't care what I know. I know my man Michael Arrow. He breaks down all the analytics. Only 2 championships in 22 years of them. They're always in the postseason. Whenever you're in the postseason, you're still dangerous. You know, but with us only having 3 reliable arms, it just doesn't cut it for me. Just doesn't cut it for me. You only have 3 reliable arms. So I'm sorry, and I want to make a correction too. Ronald Acuna Jr. did have a hit, so he was 1 for 5 today. Um, Not the best, but it is what it is. Dave checking in goes, it's too early to talk about playoff rosters. Should be interesting. Yeah, and again, you saw it yesterday, which is kind of scary. Christopher Sanchez and Michael Lorenzen. And this is another thing I keep on bringing up about the Christopher Sanchez. Yeah, he can last for 7 to 8 innings, but he has no fastball in his repertoire. Cutters, sinkers, and that's not going to get the job done. I'm sorry, it's not. You need to have some kind of fastball in your rotation of throws, and he doesn't ever go to it. So at some point, someone's going to figure you out. It happens. It's baseball. But like you saw today, though, Nola. Let's get back to talking about today's game with Nola. Nola had that nasty knuckle curveball, low and away, was just underneath the strike zone where the home ump was calling it strikes. So Nola actually benefit from that. Those knuckle curves that were low and away, it was just underneath the strike zone, and then right to the right strike zone. That's where he's throwing his fastballs. Yeah, he did his due diligence today. We gotta give Nola credit. We gotta give Nola credit. Played very well. Um, you gotta give him a lot of credit. So here goes my man Joey Woods checking in the show. What's up, Joe? You can catch him Friday night right here on the Edge of Philly Sports Network as he does all the pro wrestling talks on Steel Steps because 9 times out of 10, he's the one who goes into the Steel Steps. What's up, Joey? Game was almost a heartbreaker. Yeah, indeed it was. And Joe, we're talking about that very well play that if it wasn't for Nick Castellanos playing an MVP level today, and again, we've heard Croc through the commentary saying, tell him, drop it, drop it, drop it. And I understand that, but you don't know if he would have dropped it, right? Turned out to be a strike or foul ball. Yeah, obviously strike. But you don't know if that would have been a home run the next pitch. You don't know. So he called it. He did his job. He threw got it right to Garrett Stubbs and turned it into a double play. So the high risk definitely paid for the high reward. Um, but again, guys, I quickly want to go over. Uh, Joey says, "Great play by Nick, but can we talk about how the guy got to third with even a pitcher looking right at him?" And well, it's more so the catcher, but right. And I'm going to talk about that too, Joe. Again, this is what's scary about this Phillies team because I don't trust any of those arms. I don't. Kimbrel, yes. Hoffman, even though he had a sloppy day, but he's been red hot. I trust him. And Wheeler as starting rotation. We know Nola. Shaky as leaf. Today was a good Nola, but we're not often getting good Nolas. Taiwan Walker, shaky. What do we have after that? Ranger Suarez, shaky. Christopher Sanchez, shaky. And I get those guys are going to be coming out of the bullpen. And look, and Michael Lorenzen, he's, like I said, a one-hit wonder. He gives you a perfect game, and after that, he's been Ugats. He's been Ugats. I definitely agree with this one, Joey. Saturday's trash. The minute he came on the hill, I knew. I was calling for something bad. I was calling that to myself. Something bad is about to go down, and of course, Marcelo Ozuna hits that double and makes him pay the piper. But let's quickly, guys. I want to go over the MLB itself, going around the league a little bit, going over all the scores, and yeah, big day with baseball. Tomorrow, your fighting Phils come back home to take on the New York Mets. And the New York Mets are looking to play a spoiler however they can. So let's get like I said, let's get right into it as far as all the scores going around the whole MLB. So right now, bottom of the eighth, the Washington Nationals are winning huge over the White Sox, 13-3. Same thing with the Texas Rangers right now, bottom of the sixth, winning 13-4. The Orioles winning 1-0 over the Astros, 1-0. The Guardians are losing to Kansas City Royals 4-2. Bottom of the first, 0-0 between the Athletics and the Mariners. The Giants are beating the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the first, 1-0. Just getting warmed up. The Padres and the Rockies. A little later on today, Tampa Bay, you have are hosting the Angels. The Marlins are hosting the Mets. The Yankees are hosting the Blue Jays, the Cubbies, and the Pirates. And again, that's another game we're going to have to keep our eye on the Fish, who are not going away. The Cardinals are hosting the Brewers. So again, a lot of baseball to go on. And then, of course, at 10 p.m. tonight, you have the Dodgers and the Tigers. But the only two games that are already taken care of, like I said, the Phillies win 6-5 over the Braves, and the Twins win 5-3 over the Reds. So, like I said, with that being said, guys, I want to get into the rest of these great sponsors as well.
All right, guys, if you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights from the Philadelphia airport. Packages include direct flights, 4-night stays, all-inclusive tailgate parties, lower-level group tickets. Whatever you want, you got it with phillysportstrips.com. If you want to travel to an upcoming Phillies game, make sure you check out Philly Sports Trips. And do not forget, Philly Sports Trips has all the away trips for the Eagles' upcoming 2023 season. Jump on it now, because you do not want to lose out on all these great opportunities. Go to phillysportstrips.com. All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right. All right, guys, when you're staying local and you want to watch a great game or just hang out with some great people, make sure to go to Dolan's Bar at 24 East Sellers Avenue at Ridley Park. Right off of I-95, south of Philadelphia Airport, Dolan's Bar is the place to be. Great music, great times, memorabilia giveaways, great drinks, and even better food. You never know when a former Philly sports icon walks through the door. You got to go to Dolan's, 24 East Sellers Ave at Ridley Park. Tell PJ that EOP sent you. Go to dolansbar.com or follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. We'll see you there for the game.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, again, the Phillies in the driving seat now, winning 2 out of 3 from the Braves, looking good. Again, this is what we needed from the Phillies. Again, on paper, when you looked at September, and they had 7 games with the Braves, losing 3 out of 4 out of the last go-around, but winning 2 out of 3 is what mattered. And with that, my wife makes me a great iced coffee macchiato. So, but anyway, enough of me making a slob on myself. But anyway, let's get right into the business at hand here. The Phightins win today, 6-5. Plus, the Phillies offense we can praise, and they looked very, very well. They, again, 1 through 9 in this roster, they battle you. And 1 through 9 innings, they fight. But those arms, ugh, can get a little hairy at times. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This Phillies bullpen and arms, like I said, we had a good Aaron Nolan today. I don't know what next week's gonna look like, but I know today we're praising, right? Again, we got on the scoreboard first. We're up 4-2 first. We're not battling from behind. We're not in the hole looking up. We've, but as the game went on, and that's the one thing I do gotta knock the Phillies on. I mean, there was some times where again, you could have had a lot more runs and you dropped the ball. That's another thing this Phillies offense is lackluster on. If I had two gray areas on the Phillies, it would be the arms and it would be guys in scoring position. You have to put in those opportunities that rises, resurface. You have to take care of business. You have to take care of business. So, guys, real fast, I do want to go over with this as far as the MLB. The Baltimore Orioles have already clinched the spot, so it has the Tampa Bay Rays. The Houston Astros, again, still on the top of that West, and so is the Minnesota Twins in the middle of the Central. Again, the Minnesota Twins really have nothing to worry about, but man, it is going to be a dogfight between Seattle, Texas. Which one of these two teams are going to be making it into the postseason? So again, it's going to be wild. And if you look at the NL side of things, the Braves are in, the Dodgers clinched. Have you guys seen it? So now the Phillies are almost there. Milwaukee Brewers, again, running the Central. They have nothing to worry about over there. Even though right now it looks like, again, the Phillies can make this run. The Diamondbacks can make this run. And so can the Cubbies. But, again, Marlins a half game out. The Reds only 1 game out. A game and a half out. Again, so don't count out those teams either. It's going to be a wild ride. So buckle up, zipper up, because we're getting ready to go. All right, guys, I want to say thank you so much for chiming in with me today. I'm Pat Bernard. We got plenty more action to come up. We have Party on Broad at 6. We have Philly Press Box at 7. We have and the EOP flagship show at 8:30. So again, a lot more EOP action still on the way. All right, guys, have a great night. See y'all later.